Hi, hi. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay. Um, hmm. So, so. Uh, Hold on. Uh, Good morning, everyone. Um, so, this is our 20th stream, isn't it? And it's been about a couple months, so that's exciting. So let me. So today we'll be playing some Ddlc. So let's go. Hold. Let me get this started. Oops. Hold on. Hmm. Let's see. Give me a second. Hmm. Give me a second. Uh. Hmm. Hmm. So. Oh, there we go. Okay. That works a bit better. Um. Okay, there we go. Much better. And okay. Let's see. Hmm? Okay. So, raise the volume a bit. Uh, um, so like a review detailed contents warning which contains spoilers. Alternatively, in-game content can be enabled. Review? No, probably not. By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you have noted the game's age rating in your region and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Hmm. Okay. Doki Doki. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, so let's go. Um, can I not put a space here? Huh. I guess I can't put a space here. Okay. Let's go. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from a distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sari, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, uh-oh, you can't hear the audio? You can't, guys can't hear the audio from the game? Hmm, that's weird. Hmm, it should be there. Uh, hmm. Yeah, there is music. Hold on. Um, wonder why you guys can't hear the music. That's not good. This is DDLC plus. Um, huh. Tradition. Desktop audio should be on. That's unusual, isn't it? Uh, audio output capture. Let's see. Hmm. Okay, so you guys can hear it now, right? You guys can hear the game? What? Okay. This is unusual. Okay, how about now? Now it should work. Please. Alright, cool. Okay. Alright, where are we? What is this? Uh, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. Oh, it's too loud. Um, oh, they have so many options. Hmm. Hmm. Very tempting. Not today. Not today. One of these days, though. Oh, we have German there. Test out our Duolingo German. Yes! You can test out our traditional Mandarin, guys. Oh god. Oh no. There's no tie here! Yeah, it sucks. It's very unfortunate. Um, I'm actually curious. Do I dare? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I can't read this anymore. I can't read this anymore. Ah! Ah! Yo, okay, let's go. Japanese time? よく一緒にしていたが、学校生になってから彼女の寝坊が多くなり、待つのがだるくなってきた。Alright, we go back to English, guys. Um, alright. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. You gotta switch each language for each character's dialogue. Oh god. And I would get tired of waiting up. Eh? Okay. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Oh god. Oh god. I... 寝坊しまった I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. But that's mean, Gami. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, I don't want them to think we're a couple or anything. Oh dear. Oh dear. Zero. What other options actually out here? Oh, wait. No. Let's not do that. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, sorry. We cross the street together and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Gami, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh? That's not true. You told me you wanted to join the club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sari likes to worry a little bit too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Damn. This person. Hidoi 2.0. Oh, this is very unfortunate. Oh no. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Why does she have to attack me like that? I didn't ask for this. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Okay, what's wrong with being a NEET, huh? What's wrong with being a NEET? Huh? I'll have you know, I'm an executive hikikomori. I will not stand this prejudice. You trust me, right? I don't know, man. You're just dissing my whole way of life. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few cups if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I don't know, man. Maybe not after what you said. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Right. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Bokatsu. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Bruh. Let's go! Let's go! Hello? Sayori? Sari must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. She's calling me out. Why? What did I do to you? You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sorry. I was Hidoi, huh? Okay, I will take that. That's fair. I got what I deserved. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club! So about being Hidoi 2.0, hmm? Oh dear. Nini. Sari's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure that she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Oof. Oof. This is an oof. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sari is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. Alright. Man. Alright. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Okay. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. Sounds like a typical day. I see nothing wrong with that. I too would sell my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sari across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sari, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. This really is what I get for not being a NEET. This is karma. This is what karma is, everyone. The new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. Huh? I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sari always says nice things about you. She's already starting to say things about me. This is not good, guys. What? Seriously, you brought a boy? Well, okay then, girl too. Way to kill the atmosphere. Wow, okay. And this isn't Hidoi? I'm getting Hidoi'd over here. A Gami, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in the situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry, Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sari. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sari says that quietly into my ear and then turns back toward the other girls. Anyways, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest girl in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with the people like Sari and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Gami. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular girl in the class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monika. Come sit down, Gami. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monika. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sari mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling a little awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Jajan! Ooh-ah. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. That's cute. So cute. I had no idea you were good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sari grabs the first one, then Monika, I follow. It's delicious. Sari talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glasses in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I... Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Bruh. Tsundere. Tsundere sugiru. Made them for you or anything. Oh no. You hate to see it. Oh no. Eh? I thought you technically did. Sari said, well, maybe, but not for, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give in on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Natsuki's the perfect name for tsundere. Oh no, I actually did not even notice that. That's actually hilarious. Oh god. Oh dear. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Okay, after all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be the pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sari. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sari seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Haha, well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. Dang. I feel that. I feel that in my soul, guys. And if it's encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Okay. Then I'm surprised that there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all of the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you are both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Good for you, Monica. I feel that. You know what? Good for you. Right. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Dang. Imagine having enthusiastic club members. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I'm still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Gami, what kinds of things do you like to read? Oh no. Oh no. Well, this character also can't read. This person's like me. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. I don't know, man. I'll have you know that I'm a Yuri Yaoi enthusiast. I'm quite well read. Manga? Touché. I mutter quietly to myself half-jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Yes, I see. We have another one among us. There is another. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking about Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her fingers. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story is such a foreign world. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yeah. That's respectable. Yuri goes on. Clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Yuri, are you trying to tell me something? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. Me! At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Yeah, I do be rock-like. That is very true. I accept the rock. I am the rock. I be rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. Oh dear! It looked like you were working on a poem! Oh no! Natsuki, no! The very sad moment, guys. Don't say it out loud and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sorry, Siddles? What is that word? Titles? Up? I'll look that word up later. Behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels, that sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Yeah, I don't know, man. She just said it's like revealing her deepest self. I don't know if she's gonna be willing to do that. There it is! Yeah, that's what I thought. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Yeah, okay. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Oh dear. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Gami? Okay. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Eh? What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I swear to God, if you're like, I don't know if I'm going to join or not or something, I swear to God. Yep. Yep, here we go. Here we go, guys. Sorry, I may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought. Gami, you all are defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes lit up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sorry, he wraps your arms around me, jumping up and down. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. Yeah, that would be terrible, wouldn't it? If I just came here for the cupcakes. Right? Right, sorry? Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Gami, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Oh boy. Oh boy. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I don't know, man. I can barely read, let alone write. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Gami, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sari and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sari, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day at school? Bruh. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. What? Time to write a poem, guys. Pick a word you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen when whoever likes your poem the most. What is happening? What? Tenacious. Massacre? Oh, let's go, guys! Depression, let's go! Despise, frightening, intellectual, uncontrollable. Dang! She really likes this! Vivid, misfortune, graveyard, agonizing. Okay, so this person just really likes all the complicated words. After image, uncanny, determination, entropy, interesting, suicide. Oh dear. Disarray. Effulgent. I don't think I know that word. Words I don't even know. Oh yeah, she likes that. What is happening? Incongruent. Disorientated. Alright. Hi again, Gami. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Haha, no, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I like to keep my word. Back to Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Gami. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sari told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki's a woman of culture. Natsuki finds herself stuck between studying manga and manga. Manga is literature. Amen. I endorse. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Gami always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps him with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is so messy and distracting and you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Gami can become good friends too? Sorry? As usual, Sari seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh dear. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sari? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sari made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read, and we could, you know, discuss it if you want. This is so sus. This is so sus. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Saori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and our eyes meet for a split second. What is this? What is this whole thing? What is happening? But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh. It's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so that's the book you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Yuri is sus. Yuri is sus, guys. This is so sus. Everything here is sus. What is happening? Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. Alright. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eye over the back. The book is titled A Portrait of Markov. There is an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost sister, but as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Holy crap! What? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that took a dark turn. It came out of nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Gami? It's not bad. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kind of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when they thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. Holy crap, this is very... This is deep, guys! What? I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. but I feel I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people, so I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just moments ago you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you, or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, I may be a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead! Alright. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Ha 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 ha. Oh god, what is happening? Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri, then hold my book more between two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same thing with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a little bit distracted for a second. I glance over to Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. This actually is book physics. This actually is book physics. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. F. Yeah, that sounds about right. I also can't read books to save my life. We continue the first chapter in silence. It's actually been a while since I read a book properly. You know, it's probably been since like high school, I think. Yeah. Because there's no time to read in uni. Because it's like you just skim the book. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. You think so? Is that really what you want to say? Is that really what you want to say? That main character of this kind of terrible stories reminds me of... Alright. How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second-guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like, she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but you're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. You remain silent for a second. But Gami, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Yeah, you kind of walked yourself into this one, bud. I don't know what to say. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Interesting. Sorry, I didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. Ah, what are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. Alright. I think it's about time we share today's poems, and we might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri Excel spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah, my relaxation ends! I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing! Yeah, you really did walk into there, bud. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready... now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull over their poems. Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral-bound notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on a composition notebook. What's the difference? Composition? Oh, I guess composition are the ones that are like black and white, that are like better bound, right? Like, you can't tear those. And spirebound is just spirebound, is the metal ones. Okay, that makes sense. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Dang. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly complies while reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I can choose. Alright. So we go to... Sorry. This is a good poem, Gami. I'll be the judge of that. You sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise, see? It's like I said before, Gami. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? I don't know, man. This person is sus. Trying new things like this for other people. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here, then again. I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you on to that then. Hey, now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Okay. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play, or are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But if it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Bruh? Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, see guys, June Gami is actually more punctilious than Miss Sayori over here, because this person did it last night. She waited till this morning to do it. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. Yeah, it is legit. It actually is like, okay, this is like, okay, it's like partially legit. I still try my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It just sounds like you. Really? Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast, even though you were late for school. It's bad to skip breakfast. Oops. Oops. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who's gonna show my poem to next? Go in order, I guess. Or should I show Yuri? Does it matter? Does the order matter at all? As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. It's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Ha 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 ha. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Very interesting. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant Yuri chills off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell! It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick them up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. You're kind of sus, Yuri, aren't you? In other words, they tend to pick out a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. I can't tell if you're being legit right now, or you're just like, this is fake. Is this true? Is this real, guys? What is this? Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Expert, or maybe she knows how to bullshit. I'm not sure. I don't understand this enough to actually tell. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. Oh yeah, this is definitely precept. You know that person who like strings together like 60 different words? Like buzzwords? And it's just like, wow, am I thinking? Or am I just thinking that I'm thinking? Like, what? It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny after all. Isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Wow, that's cursive. Ghost under the light. The tendrils! Okay, this person really does use a lot of words I don't know. What is a tendril? Of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Is that it? Okay. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting, she says as she writes perfect cursive. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Well, that's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Gami. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it, after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Gami. Me too. Who should I show my poem to next? Alright. Natsuki it is. Bruh! Bruh! Gami, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyways. I tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyways, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Can't read, can I? Monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Okay. Alright. Okay, Natsuki. You do you. Yeah. I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but that made it fall flat on purpose. It helps to bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. See, I like this. This is like explaining to me the writing, which I clearly cannot do. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what I mean. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old she is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Hi, Gami. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to say that. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyways, want to share your poem with me? Kind of embarrassing, but I guess I'll have to. Haha, don't worry, Gami. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Gami. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyways. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sari, who likes to use simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meanings out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all of the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about her. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. Okay, there we go. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Haha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Hold on. Okay. I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction that's spackle, right? Protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retinas already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. This is terrifying. What? So what do you think? I think you're scary. Freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. It's terrifying. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this last one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. So you just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sighed. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monica were happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. This is so sad. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can this be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something else. Something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Gami did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Gami liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... you know, yours stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Gami appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? And are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the only one who's doing... magically grew a size bigger as soon as Gami started showing up. Is that true? I didn't even notice. What? That's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Gami, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your own poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Gami. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively.
Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Gami? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, oh no, oh no, oh no. All right, when in doubt, sorry out. To Yuri. So defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sorry! Yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sari uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Gami. That's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sari wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone is so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And you're... What is happening? Sari stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sari is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Ha 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 ha. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sari is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Gami, how about you? Well, I'm about to say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, what did I get myself into? I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. This is sus. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Gami, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sari beams at me. It has truly been a while since Sari and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sari, what happened earlier? Eh? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Gami, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me feel the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. Looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Wait. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sari. That's a really sus comment. I pat Sari on the shoulder. I said that more to myself. Whoa. Whoops. Whoops. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sari as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Let's do this. Right. Alright, I'm just gonna go for the complex words again. Massacre! Why is this here? Parfait. Tenacious? Agonizing. I don't know. I'm just picking random words, guys. I'm just picking long words. Despise. Heaven sent. I've never even heard of this word. What is heaven sent? Disarray. Vertigo. Meager. Are these sat words? Another day passes, it's time for the club meeting. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Gami. Yo, sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood, but I guess it's always the simple things with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks! Jun, you're supposed to accompany her there. Eh? That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Do you? What reasons are they? Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sari? Eh? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Ah. Retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. Clearly, she was trying to make me pay for her. I see. Jungami's a... he saw through Sari's vicious evil plan there. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sari. It's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club room. See, that is smart. I have to admit. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry! Oh dear. Oh no. And so that leaves only one option. Oh god. Wow, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Just tell Jungami to let me borrow some money. That's... Don't get me involved like that, sorry. Besides, you should only buy what you can reasonably afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. Ha 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 ha. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad and now I have to accept the revolution. Retribution? Accept the revolution. The revolution calls. That still coming from you, sorry. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them! Holy crap! She's actually out there! How? Holy crap! Come on, give me more credit to that, Sari. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sari in the face and fumbles onto the desk. Yeah! What was that? A cookie! Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sari glances around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Natsuki hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sari rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Oof. Sari suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. She's such a klutz. I mean, same though, but you're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes one bite of her own cookie. And yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, more. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sari gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez, I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sari off of her. Sari suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey, did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sari trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monika, can you tell Sari? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monika is in the club room. Where is Monika anyways? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Oh dear. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Eh? Monika chose the club over her boyfriend after all? You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? Kaishi? What on earth are you talking about? Monika quizzingly glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyways? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just sort of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well. The boyfriend is not Earth, clearly. Oh dear. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. I should play something. You should play something for us, Monica. That's Monica looks at me. Monica, maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Sounds so cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Gami. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I choose to leave out Sari's mischievous
What are these words? Escapade. Escapade?
Escapade. Okay, I don't know. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyways. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sari somehow already finishes her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book and Natsuki disappeared in the closet. Natsuki just hides in the closet, doesn't she? Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri's reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was just kind of waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. There's one thing that can make my reading time any better. It's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow her and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a sec? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts to her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, sure, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just... Yuri is going to make some tea, so... I suddenly realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. That's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Oh dear. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Gami in club activities? Oh dear, this is going to get bad. My mouth gapes. I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Let's go, Gami. Yuri quickly exits the room and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri, something about the way she said that. It made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Gami, how come even when I do something bad you're being nice to me? Because nothing that you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Gami, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that, but I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. Anyways, yeah. Shall we go? Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Yeah, the catastrophizing is pretty real. It really do be like that sometimes. Yuri and I walked to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we returned to the classroom. It's like you, like, get really focused and you start thinking about the worst possible scenario, right? That's pretty normal. Or at least that's pretty relatable, I think. Gami, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything is fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others, even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot and begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. Must be in good mood right now. Is that so? I was letting it show. And you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking, and I decided that I would try expressing myself a little bit more. It turns out it's not very hard for me to do when it's you who's around anyway. Ah, that's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Gami. It's very endearing. Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watched Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Gami, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why is that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Oh, I see, okay. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading. Yes. I have terrible reading posture, so that's why we should sit on the floor. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. Yes. Very sus. What year were you born? I'ma buy a lottery ticket. Are you okay over there? Your aunt, I swear. I retrieved the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sari's candy radar. I take it since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we assume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. Oh boy. I can't see too well. Yuri slides closer until our shoulders are touching. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri's always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her. Why? She knows. Why is it like this? Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense reading expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally managed to relax a little bit. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble around the chocolate wrapper. Sorry, I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay, I won't take any. Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it such that I don't have any harder... Wait. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time. Wait. From reading it, okay. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri's already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it in my mouth. Then I take another chocolate. I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if the situation was completely natural. But that means I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Bruh. I don't know, man. From a general point of view, I would agree that this do be a wholesome family moment, but not. I don't think it's the way that they're describing it, though, is it? This isn't a family moment anymore. I would 100% do this, but maybe not this way. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Expression suddenly breaks. Dayone. Oh, you meant the motorbike? Oh dear. It's a wholesome consumerism moment. Yeah, okay. There we go. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Gami, sorry, I shouldn't have done that. That's... You were just helping. That's something that friends do! Right? I mean, not really in this kind of context, but... yeah. That's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. Yuri! Yuri! Okay. I see. The situation has gotten really... Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell by her expression that even she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't even avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breath. I raise my arm, like before Yuri parts her. What is happening? It's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her... Oh dear. So sudden. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems! Gami, can you help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri puts up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I show my poem first to? Do Yuri. And she's like right there. Let's see what you've written for her today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Gami. This one might even be better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a great job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? Oh no? It's fine, take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah. Just being appreciated like this, I guess. It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me feel really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself, and besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder why. Anyways, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. Holy crap, okay, hold on, what? The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside of my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Did she just eat the raccoon? Is this what's happening? What? I was just a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my usual hobbies. Macaroon. Raccoon. Those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Gami? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Gami. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing, but now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling, and you're to thank for that. It's really nothing. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Who should I show my poem to next? I have no idea. Any thoughts in the comments? um, sorry, Natsuki Monica. I don't know. Let's roll D3. Alright, D3. I'm rolling D3. Wait, hold on, we got this. Roll a D3. Rolldie.net. I got 3. Alright, Monica it is. Hi again, Gami. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Haha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Here. Here you go. I gave my poem to Monica. Alright, this one's good. It feels like you're not only getting more comfortable with your style, but the imagery's better than the last one I read. I was wondering, but have you been finding inspiration in Yuri's writing style? I guess so. You can't deny that she's talented. Yeah, totally. I think her poems are the most romantic. That's the best way to describe it. She's like a totally different person when she picks up a pen. I noticed that too. Or when she's talking about literature, it's like a light turns on inside her. Sadly, it's hard to get much personal conversation out of her. Trust me, I've tried. Who knows what's going on in that head of hers? I hope you don't mean that in a bad way. No, of course not. I just mean that I wish she didn't keep so much to herself. But still defending her like this, you must be pretty into her. Eh? You completely misunderstood. Calm down, I'm kidding. Besides, I'm pretty sure she's already got a boyfriend! Wait, really? Yeah, a fictional one anyway. Monica kind of whispers that last part to me. It's just a hunch, but, well, there's not really anything wrong with that. Oh, well, I know. I was just saying. But anyways. But you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, and endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust, an endless poem of meaningless. Load me. She is very terrifying. This is horrifying. What? It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. I don't know. Load me like into a cannon. I don't know. It's almost like magic. And why I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling or a conversation with the reader, so putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find something facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your... Wait. What? Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult situation. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Are you okay? You never know when you might change your mind. Or when something unexpected might happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? Haha. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Bruh? Save me, the game. 2020. I guess I'll save. Yeah. Nice one, Gami. Has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. Does that mean it's better than yesterday's? Let me think. I don't know. I guess I like them both. That's not very helpful, you know? Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. Not sure that's exactly how it works, but then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? You want me to write something? You want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Eh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah, I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. I can't see you liking something sad, sorry. Well, I like happy the most, but sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Eh? This? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing myself after all. This is like intermediate stage Hidoi, I guess. Elementary stage Hidoi. It's definitely going down on the scale. Like if we were starting at a 10, we're like at a 4 right now. There's some sass in this, but it's not as Hidoi. Thanks, Gami. Should go write that then. You can read my poem now, okay? Bottles. Pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Okay then. Whoa, wait. No, go back. I can't go back. This is sad. Wait, I just saved the game. I can do this. The secret tech. Oh, wait, crap. That was really stupid. Now I can't even go back. I can't even go back now. It's so dumb. I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. I'm at a loss of words for my own stupidity at the moment. Give me a second while I contemplate my own dumbassery. Sorry, did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. Write a poem about how stupid I am? It might turn into an epic poem with 100,000 verses. There's too much. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. It'll be the size of the Iliad, right? This is what we're talking about. If I write a poem about this, it'll just be never-ending. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Oh, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing's like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Yari always has a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. There's only one person left. I don't have an option here. Nice to see that you're putting in some effort. That's good. But I still don't like this at all. I'm trying too hard to be serious. Oh no, it's trying too hard to be serious. What do you mean by that? Poems don't need to be all deep sounding to express something. It's going to just sound like you're forcing it until you really don't suck at it. Honestly, don't bother trying to write poems like this until you're on Yuri's level. Natsuki stops short all of a sudden. Don't tell me. Huh? You're not just trying to impress Yuri, are you? What are you talking about? And keep your voice down. You know Yuri would love this angsty. Just because she's a talented writer doesn't mean, looks like I'm in trouble. Oh no. I somehow struck a nerve, though what I did is beyond me. I'm so done with you. Natsuki shoves the poem I handed her back over to me. Take your stupid poem. If you wrote it for someone else, just don't show it to me then. Ouch. This is what I get for letting a younger girl step into my business. Unless I was a mind reader, I was destined to be in a world of hurt. Natsuki wasn't really the girl I was trying to impress in the first place. I don't know, sometimes it skips ahead a bit. I'm like, sometimes it jumps a line and I'm like, wait, go back. I think my spacebar is a bit finicky. Yeah. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today. Spooted. So if everyone could come sit at the front of the room, is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we have to do something for the festival? Not like we could put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. It's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sari has been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica, yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sari's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sari, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no. It's not a bad idea. I just didn't sign up for this, you know? There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys. No, Sari. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's all about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? I know I do. I know you do. I know you do. Sorry. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sari looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sari and Monika have been really trying hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. Sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice here. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri, but anyways, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of others. In front of each other. No way! Monika! This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how would you expect to do it in front of strangers? True. True. Oh no. Don't worry. Sort of to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Sure. Let's see. Monika flips through her notebook to a specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monika begins reciting her poem. We don't even get to read it! Her clear, confident voice fills the room. It would be much nicer if we could actually get to read it. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monika. Sari looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monika finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monika takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monika. Aha, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sari? I'll go next. Yuri. Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her head and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a few moments ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quavering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly she finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud for her, but we were caught so off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back into her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri's down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Sari hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one is called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sorry. It's a lot harder than I imagined. How did you guys do it so easily? Well, try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best way. It'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sari begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sari is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it, but hearing it from Sari's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sari meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew, through and through. Sari finishes and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sari. Even Gami liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sari. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's, well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. The next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little bit more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Gami. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Gami lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki, it's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyways. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and much more about your lack of confidence in writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium, I think? Yeah. The podium is called? It's called? Why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting? Anyways, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't too bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well, do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. Might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Jeez. should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own, and I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Anyway, okay everyone, I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll prepare planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. Can't wait. I can do this. I can do Yuri. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Jeez, guys, don't make it such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? It's a good dream, Gami. You don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here. Well... Oh... Oh no! Alright, I guess this is my... I would walk home with Yuri. I would still walk home with Sayori. Jeez. Alright, time to roll D2, guys. Let's go! It's a 1. Oh no. Oh no! I'm sorry! I'm sorry, Sayori! The dice has spoken! Why does the thought of that make my heart pound? I mean, given how hard it is for her to socialize, I would feel awful turning her down, so... Isn't she so beautiful and smart? That has nothing to do with what I just said. You just admitted it. Jeez. There's not even any point in speculating something that's never going to happen. Well, maybe, but I just like to think about it. Not long before you won't need me anymore, you know? Need you? Sorry? Can't figure out how you're seeing things in your head right now. Sorry. Everyone is so different. Nobody... Well, nobody in the club is a replacement for you. There it is. If you say so. The conversation trails off and I'm left feeling awkward. But it was kind of her fault for trapping me with such a weird question. I can't just lie to her, but if there's something that makes her happy, I would hate to take that away from her. That's why I said there's no point in speculating, and then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen at that time. Okay. Yeah, we'll go through these again, and then we'll probably call it for today. It's actually, how long has it been? Been about like 2.5 hours? Yeah, it's been about 2.5 hours, so we'll probably call it off after like this day ends, I guess. Pouch? Requited. Image. Misery. Restrained. Doki Doki! Let's go! Agonizing. Romance. Philosophy. Misfortune. Starscape. Alright. We're calling it here today. Alright, guys. Let's save it here. Skip unseen text. Skip after choices. Interesting. Enable content warnings. What? Okay. Alright. Wait, did I save it? Okay, cool. Wait. What? What? What was that? Huh? Huh? Wait, what? Wait. What is this? What? Wait. Huh? Wait. Wait. Files? Hell? Mail? I have mail? Oh, that's cool. Oh, wait, we have pictures here! Oh. Oh, there's a... I can finally read it! Look at that, I can finally read this. Pop off my scalp like a lid of jar cookie. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. The little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in the bottle all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends, each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way, down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams, friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping, I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically put them from the shelf one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I can hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Jesus Christ, okay. Set as wallpaper? I can set this as my wallpaper? Should I do it, guys? Or maybe not yet. Check out this whole other place. Music? I can play the music? Actually, this is not that bad. I have no mail. What do you mean? I have no mail? Side stories? Oh, I'm not gonna do. Not yet. Not yet. There's a whole. If I start clicking on things, we'll be stuck here for a while. Okay, so I didn't know that we even had that option. Very interesting. Okay, so interesting. So if I exit it, it just actually doesn't leave the game. It gets in this kind of weird thing. Okay. Yeah, okay. This makes sense. Alright, guys. Thanks for staying in. Thanks for listening. It's been a very long 2.5 hours. Um, and I'll see you probably next week, and we'll finish the rest of it. I have no idea how long this game is. I feel like we didn't. It said I think 16%, so like we're a sixth the way through. This is going to be a very long game. It's gonna take forever. It's gonna take another month. Oh boy. But you know, you know. Thanks for listening, guys. See ya.